Good evening, everybody. It seems that we are late today. Sorry, we apologize. There was a technical error. If you can hear me, please type the number 7 in the chat box. Thank you, thank you. I can see a lot of 7s there. Today's Zoom meeting. My name is Sondag from Namibia. Today's Zoom meeting, we are going to do the back office training. So I'm quickly going to share my screen so that you can see for all the newcomers. Can you all see my screen now? All right, today's Zoom training, we are going to do the back office training so that you can understand the whole app and everything that is on your screen. So when you sign up, you get a link, you register. This is the app, the robot that we are going to use in order to trade. This is how it looks like. This is the front page where you land when you are in the app. All right. So at the bottom, you have icons. The bottom, the very first one is home. The second one is quantitative. The third one is circle. The next one is news, and the next one is mine. So when you click on the tab home, this is what you see on the very first page when you are on home. Okay, so what does everything mean here that is on home? At the top, we have API bind. API bind. API bind is for you when you are linking the two apps together, because we trade on this app, but our money is in Binance where nobody can touch it. API bind is simply when you want to link the two applications together. So I'm going to click on API bind now, so you see how it looks like. So we have two exchanges which we can bind, which is Binance and Huobi Global. So you just click on any where you have registered, where you are keeping your money safe, and then you'll get your access key and your secret key, which you'll paste here. We'll show you later how to do that. So on home, API binding, you just do it once off, and if you do it correctly, you will not need to redo it again ever. You just do it once, and then that's it. All right, so the next, the one written with the Chinese money is revenue details. The pink one, which is the second one there at the top, Revenue details, this is where you will be going every day. Every day you should be clicking on revenue details, because here you'll see your profits that you made for the day. Now, this account here is not my account. There's a new account. This account only started trading yesterday. So each and every day as the board makes profit, it's recorded here. And this money, many of the people, they ask now, where's my profit? Your profit is recorded here in history, but your profit is in Binance. The USDT, the profit that you make is in Binance. That is the second icon there. And the third one, transaction record, which is the blue one. Transaction record is, as it says there, a history of the transactions that you made. So if we click on transaction record, it will show you what you bought, where, and the amount of profit that you made and the percentage. So it shows here that she bought Algo, the pair Algo USDT, she bought XTZ, and she bought Atom, she bought another Algo. So it shows the sell is when the robot has closed the trade. And if it's written manual sell, that is when you yourself have closed the trade. So transaction record, that is what it shows there. Okay. And then at the top, API bind revenue detail, transaction record. Now we are at invite friend. Invite friend is simply for the people that love sharing, that want to share with their friends and family. You click on invite friend, and then you click on copy recommended URL. There is a code here that you copy. You click on it, you copy, and you can send it to your friends and family if you love sharing the bot with them. But this is not a must, it's only if you can. So we did the 4 icons. Click on it, copy, and send it to your friends and family if you. All right, so after that, we did the 4 icons. You can see here, you have the 2 exchanges in the middle of the page. We have Binance and Huobi. And this specific account here, it shows that it's trading on Binance. When you open a trade, your trade will appear here on the homepage. And as it appears on the homepage, you can see this account here. There's currently 2 coins that are trading. It's Atom and XTZ. And as it appears here, it will show you quantity under Atom there. You see it's written quantity. It's simply the number of coins that the robot bought for you. The latest price is the price of the coin. Floating loss is the loss that you are currently having. Like their floating loss for Atom is minus 1.45 USDT is the current loss that you would incur if you close the robot right now. However, remember that the robot does not close any trade in a negative. It always waits for the market to return, and when the market returns, it closes it at the percentage that you set it, or you can close it yourself manually. So floating loss is the loss that you would experience if you close it right now. But because we don't close it, so it's just floating. It's just there floating up and down. It's not an actual loss that you are having right now. All right. But remember, like we said, all the money is booked there at revenue details. So whether this page is in red or green, you don't have to worry much. However, if it's in a bigger loss, there's a way that you can decrease the loss, which is called manual replenishment. Okay. So XTZ, that means it's another coin that this account is trading. We now know what is quantity, which is number of coins bought. Latest price is the price of the coin because the price fluctuates, and that's what allows us to make profit. Floating loss is the loss that you would experience if you close the trade right now. And a very important way, it's written increase. That just indicates how the coin has performed throughout the day. For example, this coin today, in the last 24 hours, it has gone down by a negative 5.5%. That's what it means on the home page. So I hope now you know when you open your app, it doesn't look foreign. You know everything that is happening on the home page under the home tab. Now we go to the next tab at the bottom next to home, and it's written quantitative. All right. So when you click on quantitative, what is quantitative? Quantitative is when you trade with the robot, but it's semi-automatic, meaning you will be placing the trades yourself and the robot can close the trades for you. Because remember, we have two types of trading. You can either use quantitative or circle. We'll go to circle later. Quantitative, very important. When you click on it, at the very bottom, it's written Binance current USDT balance. There it shows your balance that you have on Binance or that you have on the exchange, depending on which exchange that you are using. But remember that it will only show the USDT balance. So if you have another coin, which is Bitcoin or Monero or whatever in your exchange, it will not be reflected here until you convert it to USDT. That's very important. And for many people, when you come, your balance here will be zero, but next to it, there's a circle, that arrow kind of thing that you can click, you see, and when you click it, it refreshes and shows you the latest balance. All right. So under quantitative, we have so many coins, as you can see, so many coins. These are all the coins that we trade with Binance. And if you go to the Huobi exchange, there will also be all the coins and the balance also at the bottom. Those are all the coins that you are eligible, that you can trade through the robot. If a coin is not here, then it means you cannot trade that coin through this bot. All right. So this is a list of coins, and depending on your strategy, you have two trading methods within quantitative. We have the one shot. So let me click on Atom, the coin that we are already having here. Okay, we have, if you open a coin, we have two options. We have the one shot and we have circle. So what is one shot? I just want to explain this before we place a trade. One shot simply means that once the trade is in profit, it is a one shot trade. One shot, which means once off, in other words, meaning once it's in profit, it will not open or it will not buy again. It will just do it once off, and that is it, unless you go and place the trade again. However, when it's written cycle like there, it means every time that the coin reaches profit, it will close and buy again. Every time that the coin is in profit, every time it sells, every time it's in profit, once it has booked the profit there on revenue, remember on the homepage, it will buy the same coin again, meaning over and over again, while one shot is just once off. All right. So for most people, how to place a trade, you come quantitative. That's when you want to place the trade manually yourself. For beginners, you look all the coins. We said increase is how the coin has performed for the day. We look at increase when it's red, when it's down, when it's in a dip. That is the first analysis that you can do, which is very basic without going into the technicals. You look for a coin that has gone down for the day, and it's very easy. You just look for for red. Red means down, green means up. So you just scroll down. You scroll down, looking for a coin that is in a dip, looking for a coin that has gone down. So we see ADA here has gone down for the day 3%. So we're looking for coins that are in a bigger negative. Like this coin CRV has already gone up today by 27%. So the coin that we saw that has gone down more there is, just a moment, is algo. So how to set up a trade if the coin is in red? You just click on the coin, you do one click. I click now on algo, and then at the very bottom it's written trade setting. So you click on trade setting in order to set up your trade setting. And then there at the top, first buy in, you choose the amount of money that you want to use for that specific trade. And this is basically based on the amount of money that you have. So if you have $100, you cannot put $100 there because your money will go with one coin. At least put $10 so that your money is divided by 10. You need to use what is called risk management. You need to keep money aside in order to help yourself get out of the dip in case the market dips. So if you have $100, use a 10 there. If you have $1,000, you can use 100 or 50 there, but please don't put all your money on one trade. So the next step there says open position doubled, meaning you can turn it on, but most people leave it off. You can turn it on when you want the bot to buy double positions each time that it's buying the dip. The next one is margin call limit. Margin call limit means we all buy coins when they are in the dip, when the coins are in red, when the coins are in negative. However, what happens if the coin does not go immediately to profit? What happens is that the bot does what is called DCA, which is dollar cost averaging, which comes down to margin call limit. There we have a 7, meaning if it goes down instead of going up, the bot is going to buy for us 7 more dips. So if it goes down one time by a specific percentage, which we are going to set later, the bot will buy. If it goes down the second time, the bot will buy. It will do that up to 7 times. Whole position take profit is the profit that you want it to close. So this one you can also set it. Most people set it at 1.1. I normally set it based on how the coin has dipped. So if a coin has dipped for the whole day, let me say minus 20%, it's safe to say that that coin, one day or another, it will be up again by over 20%. So it would be safe to set it at 5% because it has dipped down by 20%. But to get out of the trade quicker and take profit, it's better to put it at 1.1. Then you are out and you can open another trade again. Whole position take profit callback means that if you have set your take profit, but then the bot goes over your take profit, but it goes downwards back by 0.1, then it should just close the trade. Margin configuration, if we click on it, this has to do with the margin call that we spoke about, but if this is very simple, this only means if the coin goes down by 3.5%, how many margin calls, how many times must the robot buy for you? So if you started with $10, then it must buy for you 2 times, which you can change to a 1 if you like. Okay. And if it goes down, the second call, if it goes down by 4%, the bot must buy for you 4 more times. This is why when you have $100 and you are using DCA, you cannot have sorry, you cannot have over you cannot start your first buy-in amount there with $100 because your money will be finished. Third call, fourth call, fifth call, up to the 6th call, Some people, depending on the capital, you can do this, choose this to be a 2, choose this to be 3, choose this to be a 4, etc., etc. This only means every time it goes down, the bot must buy for you depending on the amount of money that you put on the first trade. Now, after you have done that, you click save at the top, you click at confirm, and it's very important that if you set your trade settings, you can actually set it for all the trades. The trade will not start unless if you click start, okay? If you click start, which is the green there at the bottom, then the trade will start. If you don't click start, the trade will not start. After that, you have now the 2 options where you can click one shot. One shot was here if you want it to be once off, or cycle if you want it to buy over and over again. Stop margin call only means that you bought, but you don't want the robot to buy for you if the coin dips. Sell just means that sell is another way of closing the trade by yourself. Buy, we use it for manual replenishment, meaning if you bought a coin and you want to buy the same coin, because you see, when you come here and you are trading XTZ, you will not see XTZ here again at the bottom. You won't see it, even if you want to buy it again. So what you do is you just open the same coin, and if you click on buy, then you'll be able to buy the same coin again. All right. So that is what is happening on quantitative. We did what is happening on home. Now you're sure and you know how to place a trade. At the very bottom, we have home, we have quantitative, and then we have circle. So click on circle. We have 2 types of trading methods. You can either trade yourself and the robot will close the coins for you, or you can choose circle. Looks like my network is slow now. But what Circle simply does is that Circle will you copy trade existing traders that are already trading, and these traders, when you copy trade them, you don't have to open a single trade. You copy trade, and when you copy trade, whatever happens on their accounts will happen on your account. So we have many traders here. Just a moment, still loading. Okay, so we have QQ, Circle, Ref, Divide. This is the different types of traders. So if you want one of them, you can go through them. You won't pay a thing to look at them. So you can go through them. For example, you can go to JD Winner, you can go to iRocket, you can go to anybody. So you just click on them. And after clicking on them, you click there at the bottom, apply to join. Some of them will allow you in immediately. That doesn't mean that you, like this one, it doesn't mean that you are starting to trade immediately. It only means that you are allowed into the community immediately for you to check it out. So once you are there, this is the community for, hey, this name is difficult. But anyway, you click on the percentage there, 6368. That is his performance, his or her performance since they started with this board. That is how profitable they are. And if you click on that percentage, it tells you that they made 209% from Sol, from Dot 134, from Algo 134, etc., etc. So if you want to start with this specific person or any other, if you want to copy trade, you want them to open your trade, you just click Sync Strategy there at the bottom. When you click Sync Strategy, it asks you here the first buy-in. And by now you know, if you have 100, you can't put the whole 100 there. And it's better for you also to watch a video from the community and see how their strategy works before you can put before you can trade with them. So here, depending on the number of the amount of money that you have, you put your first buy-in amount. Here you choose the number of strategies, which is just the number of coins that you are going to buy. You can put 5, or depending on your money, how many. If you watch a video from the channel, they will also tell you if you can use the doubled position or not. Now, very important, and what is different from cycle and quantitative is that With Cycle, each and every trader is having profit sharing. Some of them, which is the red one here, some of them ask 1%, which is very affordable. Some of them 1.5, some of them 2%. Meaning, apart from the Royalq fuel fee, and we are getting to that now, each time this trader makes profit for you, they also get a share of your profit because they are the one doing the analysis. They are the one checking for coins that have dipped and buying, and not you. That is the difference. So quantitative, you trade, the profits you share with the bot, and Cycle, you trade, you share profits, of course, with the bot, but you also share with the trader. The difference is quantitative, you are on your own. Cycle, the trader opens trades on your account. All right. At the very bottom, we have home quantitative Cycle. We have news. Here, these are just messages that tells you when the bot has bought and when the bot has sold, etc., etc., etc. Now, very important, we have mine at the very bottom, mine, which is the last icon there. Here we have different things that you can read from your account. And this is our last section of the trading tonight. So if you go to mine, you'll be able to see your username at the top. And you'll be able to see your rank. We'll go into the ranks later. And you'll be able to see when you bought the robot and when it's renewable. You can see it there. Very important on the app for you to click Professional Edition. Professional Edition, it opens up more coins that you can trade with. So it should always be on. You will see that if you go to quantitative and some coins are not there, that is probably because your Professional Edition is not turned on. If you turn it on, it would ask you 3 questions. Just know that the answer is BCB, very simple. All right, so Member Center, if you click on Member Center, it's slow, but it's coming now. Member Center is after Professional Edition. It will just show you details regarding your membership, details regarding your rank. So here it shows that the specific account is V2, and what will they get? If somebody activates the robot, they will get, okay, it's still loading. Okay, here basically you just see the member position, but please note that that is optional and it's only for those that want to share with their friends and family. It's not for everybody. So if you don't want to share, then you just do your trading. You don't need to do that. Asset here, if you click on asset, asset is the fuel that fuels the robot. It's the fuel that fuels the compensation plan. Remember that the bot cannot take money from your Binance. Nobody can except yourself. So here at asset, each and every time that you make profit, this is where the money will come from for the robot. This is where the money will come from for the strategy with Cycle. If you have synchronized your account with Cycle, it will come from nowhere else but here at asset. And when your asset is depleted, when you don't have money anymore on asset, you can just go and take it from your Binance. And for those lucky ones that love sharing the opportunity, every time somebody makes a profit, your asset is growing. You can as well use that. Your asset, you can deposit, you can withdraw to your Binance or to wherever. You can also transfer. I love the fact that when you withdraw, it takes approximately a minute. Let me say 2 minutes to be on the safe side, and then you have your money. This is the fastest withdrawal I've ever seen. Transaction record simply just shows the transactions that you have made. We saw it already on the homepage. API binding is linking the 2 apps together. Team is it's optional for those that has built a team, for those that love sharing the opportunity. Team just shows you the number of people that you have shared the opportunity with, the number of people that are trading. It also shows you the whole team so that you know how far you are from becoming a V2 or becoming a V3 or whatever rank it is. Very important is to go to reward details. Reward details, this is different. Each and every time that somebody in the team makes a profit and they are in your team, you get commission, and it comes here at the reward details, but it's booked again there under assets. This is just the transaction record. So this account has made over 550 US dollar, which is a lot of money, just from reward details. And each and every day when the team, I love the fact that if nobody makes profit, nobody gets profit. So it's based on the success. So that's why you should help your team as much as possible to show them the different strategies, how they can trade. Circle owner's income details. This is when you are on Circle and you have an income from that section. My synchronized strategy is when you have a strategy that you have synchronized with. Share is simply when you want to share the app, and Royalq feedback is where you can log your tickets if you have a problem. Security center is where you can activate your 2FA, etc., and then you have system settings. So that is the whole entire back office training. Next time we will do Binance, how to deposit, etc. From me, Sondag, I hope you learned a lot. I'll now hand over to Crypto King. Crypto King, are you here? Do we have any questions, comments, suggestions?
Okay, let's take people's questions. Let's take their questions so you can handle the questions. Thanks.
All right. Good evening. Do we have questions?
Okay, Infinite Thoughts, whatever. Let me unmute you. Okay, please go ahead with your question.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Please, I have a question. My Binance, I was able to do my verification in Binance, so I use Woobi. I hope no issue with Woobi. Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me? I said,
Yes,
instead of using
we...
Binance, I used Woobi.
All right.
Hope I don't have issues with that. And how can I withdraw from Woobi? I want to make withdrawals.
No.
Hello?
It's whatever you are using.
Hello? The talk is bad. Maybe I should.
I can hear you, and I was.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm saying change you are using, whether it's or Wabi, it's not a problem. You can use both or any of them.
Okay. So how do I make withdrawal from Woobi? I don't know. I don't have idea.
I don't have Woobi, but it should be very easy. You simply log in, go to one, click withdraw, and you withdraw whatever coin you want. You can also check on YouTube
how to withdraw. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. Nice
Pleasure.
presentation.
Any other questions?
No, ma'am. For now, no. Thank you so much.
Right. Question. In Phoenix, hot. Going to now.
I'm okay. Thank you so much. That's all for now.
All right. Habibu, I'm going to ask you to unmute now so you ask your question. Habibu, please unmute yourself.
Yes, I am here. I can hear you.
Sorry if I'm wrong.
Can you,
Yes.
can you
Good
hear
evening.
me? Good evening.
Yes, I can hear.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Can you hear
Loud
me
and
now?
clear.
You said?
Yes, we can hear very loud and clear.
Okay. My name is Habibu Jamil. I'm from Kano State here in Nigeria. Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Proceed.
Yes, my question is, like I have seen from one video I have watched on YouTube, they said you shouldn't risk over 5% of your deposit in this particular business or trading. What is the legitimacy of that particular statement? Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. That
said,
is a good question. Asking, I think it's legitimate because it's on the trader's own experience.
okay.
What they're trying to say is that overtrade your account. Should you use all your money to trade on your account, you will not have money. For example, in the case of manual replenishment, you will not have money to take your coin out of the dip. If
Okay.
all your money is, so it's better to keep some of your money, some of your used on the account in case the market dips.
Okay. And that particular settings you have just amended, 1.1, 1. Is it under margin call? I can't remember because I just started my own yesterday. Can you hear me?
Yes, that
Yes.
particular section, when you
Yes.
go to quantitative,
Yes. What
you
I want
click any coin that you want. Yes.
What I want to ask is that going to go in line with what you have deposited on your Binance, or is it going to be is like a general setting, or is restricted to when you are having a small capital, and when you have larger capital you are going to increase it, or you are going to reduce it? Is it general in that particular setting?
The set or amount of capital left is the first buy-in amount.
Okay.
So if you have $100 there, you can put $10. But if you have a bigger account, you have 100,000 US dollars, then the first buy-in amount is the amount that you are going to change.
Okay. 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 I have understand this.
All right.
Thank you very much. Habib Jamil Beta from Kano State in Nigeria.
Pleasure. Greetings from Namibia.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Pleasure. Interactive meeting. You unmute you, then you ask your question. Interactive meeting. Please unmute yourself if you are still here. Okay, the floor is yours. Interactive meeting. I don't know if it's on my side, but it seems to me that you are still. Please unmute yourself. Interactive meeting.
Good evening, madam. You are well done.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yes, I'm Fumisho from Nigeria. See, I want to, my question,
Yes.
I set trade for some of my downline. And what I could get from the trade is they sent to me, failed to cover short position due to insufficient exchange. If you need
All
to
right.
short position, please go to the strategies there on page and of the page, open margin call. So I don't know how to go about that. I don't know. And they have been saying they didn't even receive anything since that day. That's about 3 days ago.
All right. That's a very good question because it's happening to most people. The message that you got simply means that you have set up a trade with the first buy-in amount. Let me give you an example. If you only have 100 US dollar and you
Yes.
set up your trade first buy-in amount, the trade is
Hello, ma. I can't hear you again. No.
sorry, I'm back now. Can you hear me interactive meeting?
I cannot hear you now.
All right. Your question, to answer your question, if you have set up a trade with 100 US dollar, your
Yes.
trade is done. Only have 100 US dollar and that is your first buy-in amount. But the moment the market dips, the market goes down instead of going up, the
Yes.
robot will again. When it wants to buy again because of the margin call, it will say that there is no money. And when there is no money, it will send you that message because it was not able to buy the dip. So it's simply telling you that you set your first buy-in amount at $100. We were trying to buy in with another $100, but you have nothing left. So please recharge your Binance. You have two options. You can either recharge your Binance or you can simply wait until the market recovers. Or if you want to be very hands on, you can refer somebody to the bot, get 30 US dollar, and use that to trade in your Binance.
Okay. That one will now be withdraw to Binance or Hobby so as to have more dollar.
Of the two
I have more
exchanges,
USDT.
yes, any.
It's okay.
Is it clear?
It's clear now. So it means they have to wait or they should get more USDT to their wallet.
100%. But next time they should reduce the first buy-in amount. So if they have $100, they must not put the whole $100. They must put 10 there so that there is always enough money for the dip to buy the dip.
In fact, it was even strategies I joined Kring J
Yes,
and I used 20 first buy, then two trade. So
yes.
my expectation is at least for that they should be able to have more USDT, but they still receive this kind of message.
But most strategies they use DCA, meaning every time it goes down, they are going to buy 7 more times, and that requires a lot of money for one coin. For example, one of them, JD winner, for
Yeah.
one coin, 10 USDT.
Mm.
Yeah, so that only means you need more funds, but you don't have to panic. The robot is not going to stop trading; it will just wait for you.
It's okay. Thank you.
Like,
Thank you, ma.
all right. Gray Abiwon, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Gray.
Hello, everybody. It's been a very informative session. Thank you for your very detailed explanations.
Thank you.
So my question is this. At some point, you mentioned replenishing your account. All it is to, when you're in a bad trade, you can have like a kind of manual buy to get out of the bad trade. How does that work exactly? In case of a dip.
Okay. I'm not sure if I got you correctly. You mean how does manual replenishment work? Is that the question?
Imagine you have a coin, say you have algo, and you're at like minus 20% in the dip.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you mentioned like reducing your loss by buying more of the coin and then
Yes.
getting out. So how exactly does that work?
All right, that's a good question. Based on my experience, when your coin has dipped to minus 20%, for example, when you use manual replenishment, you are actually tweaking the price, meaning you bought it when it was $5. Now it has gone down. Now the price is $3. You are in a loss. So when you do manual replenishment, you are tweaking that price for the robot to think as if you bought all your coins at the higher price, which is closer to 5. So if you are in, and depending on the amount of money that is already on the coin, if your coin is in minus 20 and you bought it with 10 US dollar, if you add another 10 US dollar, if you click buy to ask you the amount you want to buy, you put 10 US dollar there because you already bought it with 10. What happens is that if you buy it with the same amount that you bought before, then the negative halves. It reduces by 50%, meaning your minus 20 will now be minus 10 if you use the same amount that you bought with. But if you don't use any amount that you put there, it will show you that you are now in minus 20, but if you buy for that amount, you will be now in minus 18 or minus 15 or minus 2, which is closer to profit. That was my experience.
Okay, so imagine you bought the coin with $10, and then you do a manual buy with like $20 instead of 10. Will that automatically like eliminate like the loss you have incurred?
It will show you the what the new loss will be.
Okay, it will show you that on the Royalq app before you buy. Is that it?
Yes, before you buy. You can even test it without confirming. You just click buy, you put in the amount, you don't confirm. Even if you don't have the money, it will show you if you had that amount, this is how much the loss would have reduced.
Okay, because here, I mean, when I click it, I can see a trigger price and amount of margin call. So you just, where do you put the price?
Trigger price, you just put market price.
Okay. And then you put the amount you want to purchase.
And then you put in the USDT that you want to purchase.
Okay. I see. Okay. Oh, okay. Great. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Yes. Mr. Enokela, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, madam. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my question is, can I trade from my Binance and Huobi at the same time, simultaneously?
Yes, I have someone doing it and it works perfectly.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Your presentation was excellent. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Ajala, please your question. Ajala. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right.
Hello, good evening.
Good
evening.
Evening, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much. I am quite new in this business. In fact, I was introduced to it about just 3 days ago. Now, my question is this. Number one, how do I know which coins to buy at a particular time? I can see that some we have red, showing negative that they are down, some we have green and things like that. Please, how do I know which of the coins I can buy at any particular time? That's number one. Number two also is, as a beginner, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. As a beginner in this business, will you suggest that one start with one short first or cycle? And so that one will not run into trouble. Can one start with just what determines what you do? I mean, as to one shot and then cycles.
All right. Very good questions. The first question to use, we did it the easiest without technical analysis is to look that in red. Look at where increase is in red. Then you know that, when increase is in red, then you know this down. And the bigger the red, the better. That's the best coin for you to buy. Meaning, if closer to zero, not a good coin. That is -1, -2. But if you are lucky to find a coin that is dipped -20%, -15%, that is a good coin for you to buy. That is the easy, without doing a lot of technical stuff.
Okay.
The second question, whether to use one shot cycle.
Yeah.
In our team,
as a beginner.
In our team, we have seen that it's better amount of that you have. If you have over $200, you can do both, one shot and cycle. That's what we have experienced in our team. But if you have $100 only, it's better to do one shot. Why? If you
Hello.
What?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I'm hearing now. You said if I have about $200 or higher,
you can do both.
I can do both.
Yes, but if you have less than $100, we have seen that it's
less than $100.
Yeah, it's better to one, because if you do cycle, and you are just and you have no money to do, it will take you out of the trade quicker when you have less money. Because when you have less money, you need to be trading consistent profits. That is not what we have experienced, but it's not the only way to do. Yes.
Okay. Hello?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure.
Hello?
Oh.
Okay, it's making okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello.
Go ahead.
Good evening, madam. You did nice presentation you made. My question is on. I want to ask, when you open from the
with your question. Okay. Please unmute yourself, Mr. Achiboye.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is on quantitative. I discover when I open to trade on quantitative, there are two options there. It's either I'm trading on circle or a short, one shot, but still under circle or one shot, there is a button there that is called stop margin. When do I use that button called stop margin? Is it when I'm using one shot or when I'm using circle to trade? That's
All right.
my question per se.
Very good question there. One shot means one time and stop. Cycle
Yes.
means over
Repeated. Yeah. Hello.
Put it on one shot and cycle. Stop margin call. Do not the dip. Do not buy if the coin goes down. So you
Okay. So stop margin can actually be used on both, either one shot or circle.
Yes, because it only means do not buy the bot. Do not buy. Sorry.
So if it's not buying when the coin goes to deep, what happens to the money? Is it going to recover back? Like leaving the money, is it not going to reduce the quantity of the dollar amount that is in it?
Going to be in a floating loss,
Okay.
and to recover, or you can buy yourself manually by clicking buy.
So if I didn't activate the stop margin, it's going to buy when the coin gets to the deep by itself.
Yes, if you can call, it will buy by itself.
Okay. Thank you.
The pleasure there. Mr. iPhone, please unmute yourself. Mr. iPhone or Mrs. and ask a question.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Yeah, thank you. I have a question, but the question, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Sir, please go ahead. The question is, let's say I have a coin I want to know how to convert other coins to USDT. There is a coin, especially like ETA, something like that.
Yes.
Then it's kill volume of my USDT. I want to remove some. How do I do that?
Okay.
In the Binance.
Is the coin in Binance, sir?
Yeah.
All right. I hope you have. Of course, I'll give you the steps.
Come again.
USDT. How to convert coin to USDT.
Right.
You just log into your.
You are breaking up.
You log
Hello,
into.
you are breaking up.
You click on the wallets. At the bottom. Then click on. Sorry, bottom. Button. You wait trade in the. Then at the top.
Hello.
Okay. Then
Hello?
we'll just.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
You are breaking up.
Okay, just one moment. Just one. So you go to the Binance. Then you go to wallets. To spot. You click on. You can click on go to trade. Was that clear, sir?
Say again.
Did I answer your question?
But you are breaking up. I did not hear much. Just hear that you go to wallet. That's all.
Okay. Maybe invited you to the bot. They'll be able to. It's very easy.
Come again.
The person that invited your leader. Just just ask them to show you.
All right then.
All right.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Brown, please. I thought.
Yeah. Hello. Yes. Hello, madam. Can you hear me?
Let's go ahead.
Yes. My question is this about, and first and foremost, thank you for the wonderful lecture. My question is this: can one bind two Royalq accounts to one Binance?
Two Royalq accounts.
Yes.
And Binance.
Then yes, so that you trade at the same time.
But you are trading with the same. You want to do that?
Pardon?
So all Binance traded two different robots.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that is. But I don't see. Want to do that, but I don't know why you want money. This found traded twice. I don't see the reason, but
the reason is that hello.
Yes, sir.
We have some, like maybe you have your mother who insists you want to do it, but the process of the Binance is becoming difficult. Having opened a Royalq, the bot, she has bought the bot. So instead of just allowing it like that, you say, okay, let me just bind it to my own Binance, then to put the money there too. That's the reason why we want to do that. But if it is not possible, fine. I think we'll look for an alternative.
Oh, I understand your reason.
Yes.
But maybe do not asking for verification.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mr. Samuel Ogunlana.
Hello. Good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel.
Thank you much for the presentation. This is my question because I've been projecting. I'm also new, and I want to see how realizable. Now, we bought the report at the rate of $140, and we are told that we are going to also be renewing our gas fee from time to time. That it shouldn't be less than $10. Are you getting me, ma'am?
Yes, I get you so far.
Yes. So basically, that means that we will be spending something around $15 every month, since the 140 is for a whole year. So I've divided that 140 by 12. Actually, I got around 11 point something. And since we are still going to update the gas fee as time goes on, so I'm projecting like we are going to spend nothing less than $15 every month. Now, if we are spending $15 every month to service the robots, that means we should make more than that. Now, what is now the recommended capital to start with in order to recoup all this money so that at the end of the year, will not be at a loss that you were not able to make more than 140. That's if I'm not referring anybody. So that's just my question. What would be the recommended capital to start with? Is it $100? Is it $200? Or are we to stick to the circle or the quantitative strategy in order to maximize our money? Thank you.
I love your question. Say, in our team, we start, the minimum that we start with is 220 US dollar. That is not to say that is the only way. That is just what we do in our team, the minimum. I love your question because it brings out a point that we all need to understand. We all need to understand that the fuel fee for the robot, that is an 80 to 20% share, meaning if you make 100 US dollar profit with the robot, $80 is yours, $20 is theirs, but it will come from the robot. The very important point answers your question. Please note that you do not pay the money, you don't need to pay the money each and every month, even when you are not making a profit. When you make a profit every time, the robot deducts. So if you trade for the whole day, you don't make a single profit, the robot will not deduct anything from your fuel fee. That means it's not necessary to top it up. It's performance based. When you make a profit, the robot takes fuel fee. When you don't make a profit, the robot takes nothing. So it's not compulsory to pay it even if you have not made profit.
So lastly, I was asking you that in the quantitative or the circle, which one do you recommend as a circle or quantitative? Because I've not been making much. $1, $2, and my capital is $300. So that's why I'm asking the question.
If your capital is $300 and you are making $1, $2, to answer your question, trading is a personal experience. Try to increase your first buy-in amount to an amount that you are comfortable with. So there is no one size fits all. When you do this, eventually you will get the feel of how much you are comfortable trading with. So if you are trading with $10 now, try and increase it to $20. And some of the money you put on cycle, some you do on quantitative, until eventually you get the balance and feel of what will work best for you.
Okay, in line with what you just said now, the strategy I'm using QQ Circle. And QQ Circle recommends that I use $150 per coin and I'm having $300. So I only use $10 for my first buy and I'm using 2 pieces. Now, because the profits have not been encouraging, should I now increase it against the recommendation of the trader himself that I should increase it to $20? That's for my first buy and increase the coin to maybe like 4 or 5. Is that what you are trying to advise me?
Yeah, that is a good question. When you are in cycle, remember you are paying the robot fee and the strategy fee. So I would recommend you keep it to their settings, but have $100 which you are trading yourself on quantitative, which you can increase first buy in amount 10, first buy in amount 20. Then you will know yourself whether cycle is the best for you or quantitative is the best for you. But for cycle, please don't change the settings that they recommend. Just change it quantitative where you are trading yourself.
Thank you.
Pleasure. All right, we are almost done. Okay. Just one moment. Deborah, please unmute yourself and ask a question. We have 2 more people to go. Then we'll be done.
Okay. Good evening, Ma. Yes, it was a wonderful presentation, and I have been opportunity to learn a lot of things. Yes, my question is this. Please, how do I get my USDT address? I'm trying to purchase some USDT from my offline. So, but for me to go to the platform to get the USDT address is kind of technical for me. I'm not really getting it.
All right. You want to get your USDT address from, or
Yes,
is it Royalq?
from my board, like from my dashboard. I'm trying to get my USDT address. Yes.
Is it Binance or Royalq?
Okay, Royalq.
Royalq is very easy. You just go to asset.
Okay.
And then you click on deposit. We were just there now during the training. When you go to asset deposit, the address will just be there automatically. You just copy it.
Okay.
All right.
It's
good to emails on the Zoom. Please come more often.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Okay, we almost done. Laveth, please unmute yourself.
Okay. Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you for this wonderful presentation. And my question is coming from the assets. When I activated the bot, I saw my activation. Then in the assets, I saw that part of the money is in total RP assets, and half of it also was at the total asset converted. So I don't know the difference, but I understand that at a time, even though the total asset is still about 18 USD, it was still telling me that my USD is less than $10. Though I have to add more, but I want to know the difference between the total asset converted and total RP assets. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Because I joined here, I don't have that, but I saw that when you activate your board, you get a fund, which comes asset, and you can use that also for your fuel. And the other money that you have deposited directly there on assets, part of it is what you have deposited can be used for.
I'm not hearing you again, ma'am.
Okay. Part one is from the like a rebate, and part of it deposited yourself, but both the two can be used for fuel when you are trading.
Okay, so they're all functional.
Yes, they are all functional.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure.
Of course.
It looks like there is just one question, then we are done. Mr. Ogunsola, you are the last but not least for the evening. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Yes, ma. Thank you for the presentation. I'm having almost 2 questions. One of the questions I want to ask is that I am in a trade, and I set the trade to 20 margin call, and I discovered the coin continued dipping, and it has brought up to almost 90 margin call. And my question is that if it continues and the rubber bought all the 20 margin calls and the coin continued dipping, what will happen with the rubber stop the purchase the trade? Or what will happen to the call? Or will it stop purchasing the trade? Or will it continue? And secondly, is that sometimes when we purchase a coin, let's say we purchase coin with $15 on the Royalq, it will reflect about $14.99, and it is being taught that the deduction will be made, the fuel charges will be made from the profit that was made. I don't know. Is it from the capital that we used to buy the coin that is being deducted, that we're having 14.99 as our as money that will be reflected on the robot, and also that the profit that is being made from the trade, is it staying on the robot or is it accumulating on the binners? And because some people are complaining that their profits are not reflecting in their capital in the robot. Those are my questions. Thank you very much.
All right. Let me start backwards. Tell it finance get added. When that and you are only looking at total you might
I'm not getting you. The mic is breaking.
Okay, I'll try now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All right. Profit. That's where it's. And your second, can you hear me?
I will manage it. I can't hear. I don't. If it's breaking, it's still breaking, sir. Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Is it better now?
Somehow.
When all the robot that and price, but you can if when it's got all imagine calls. There. Okay. I think there was an echo there. Mr. Ogunsola, I was saying the robot, when it has bought 19 margin calls, not stop, it continues trading until the market comes to your price. If not, you can also buy manually, but the robot does not stop trading because it has bought all the margin calls. All right, I see there's still one more hand. Kingsley, please ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask the question. Kingsley. Maybe Kingsley is not here.
You're sending.
Okay, Mr. Brown Musa, do you have a question?
No more question.
Okay, then it means we are done. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. If you have more questions, please contact your leader or on any WhatsApp group or Telegram group where you are, and we'll be able to assist you. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Mr. James, are you there?
Thank you very much, powerful leader. You are indeed a leader. Thank you very much for hosting this technical section. We look forward to seeing more of you in our technical section. And also, if you still have more questions, you can meet with your upline. We're definitely going to be having technical sections on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on Sundays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesday, 8 p.m., Thursday, 8 p.m., and on Sundays, 8 p.m. So if you are a member, activated member, and you're having one issue or the other, it's bound for us to have issues. So you understand this, how the robot works. The robot is a unique system that gives you profit every day, every week, every month. So it depends on the market direction. But most importantly, you need to understand how to configure the robot. Because if you don't know how to configure the robot, how do you now want to promote it to other people? How can you adjust this robot to give you profit? How can you adjust this product to make more profit or to be profitable? And this is why we hold this technical section. And on the other hand, we also have meetings for prospects. Meetings for prospects are on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. If you want to build a sustainable team, endeavor to invite your prospect down to our meeting on Zoom. So on Friday, we have a meeting for prospect. So that is tomorrow now, which is Wednesday, we'll be having meeting for prospect. Prospect are people that have not registered and they don't know anything about Royalq. Just leave the burden to us, send them down to the Zoom. We will help you close your prospect, and you see the magic. They will just come back and come and meet you. I'm ready to register. I'm interested. I love what I heard from that man. And then, it makes recruiting easy for you. We're giving you the template to look for a way to make things easy for you so that you don't need to stress yourself in talking to people. All what you just need to do is invite them down to the meeting for prospect, which is on Wednesday, tomorrow. The links are all around the internet, all around the WhatsApp. You can copy it, just invite them. And then if you take it upon yourself that I want to be inviting my prospects at least 5 every day, you will see that you'll be getting good conversion. Before you know it, you're V2, you're V3, you're V4, you're V5. That is how I started. And I'm giving you that same strategy. And if you employ that same strategy, definitely you will grow. So it's my joy for you to be making consistent income every day, but it all depends on how you push in your effort. You put in everything. Thank you for coming for the meeting. The next meeting is on Thursday. So for members, activated members, not for those that have not activated. This is for activated members. For those that have not activated, you can invite them to a meeting for prospect because they're still prospects. So thank you very much. If you have any more questions, just go and meet with your upline and your upline. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. So the meeting is recorded, is on YouTube. You can go to the YouTube at the link, just follow the link below the YouTube, and then you can go and watch it over and over. I prefer you watching it on YouTube rather than sending the Zoom meeting link there about. So you can go on YouTube, you see it. Enjoy that. Thank you very much. Good night.
They are asking the link for YouTube.
Okay, now let me drop the link for YouTube quickly. I'll drop the link for YouTube here, and then also I will drop the link for YouTube with your leaders. So just ask your leaders that please send me the link for YouTube. You can see I've sent the link for YouTube. Just follow the link, and then when you follow the link, it will take you to YouTube. So when you take you to YouTube, you'll be able to see our meeting. You can see we are still live. So once I drop this call now, you'll be able to, once I drop this call, you'll be able to watch the replay. So thank you very much for coming.